This is 5 on your side at 10. Focused on you.
Tonight, Helene has left its mark across the United States. The storm caused major damage from the Florida Gulf Coast all the way into Kentucky and West Virginia. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson. Helene is expected to hover over the Tennessee Valley through the weekend, but the damage is already done. Officials are now saying the storm killed at least 44 people in 5 states. Helene may have made landfall on the Florida coast, but the impact stretched nearly 1,000 miles and across 15 states. In North Carolina, homes swept away by extreme flooding, and in Tennessee, a catastrophic dam failure as more than 30,000 cubic feet of water per second flows over the dam near Greenville. Major flooding has put some towns under evacuation orders. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has deployed teams to help states impacted by Helene, and many people are coming up to no home.
I told my oldest grandson this morning that I was pretty sure my house was gone. He said it'd be all right, and that as long as we were all safe, and we are.
At the end of the day, I'm lucky we didn't stay. We nobody would have made it through this.
FEMA is warning residents they are not out of danger zone, even if the storm has passed. They should use caution in floodwaters and if they are using generators. And the remnants of Helene are also being felt here in the bi-state. We saw hours of heavy rain and winds through most of the day. Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is tracking Helene. What is the latest? When will we get some dry weather?
Well, the drier weather's trying to push into St. Louis. At the same time, we also have the gusty winds now. Helene has made its way back along the Ohio River, and what's left of it, it's been absorbed into the larger weather system that's across the region. Our peak wind gust happening right now at 35 miles per hour. Indianapolis had a 61 mile per hour wind gust. These wind gusts, they just pumped up a little bit here, and this is about as breezy as it's going to be here for the next hour or two, and then the winds will start to settle down. But you're gusting to 46 out at Smartfield in St. Charles, 41 over in Flora. The advisory for those gusty winds in effect on the Illinois side of the river. Rainfall as expected. 2, 3, 4 inches of rain well south and east of St. Louis, but a lot of spots not too far away from downtown were over 2 inches, and that includes that 2.37 over in Waterloo. Going farther north and west, little, if any, rainfall. Keep in mind, if you do have travel plans tomorrow, yes, we have breezy conditions in St. Louis, but this has been a massive system impacting a lot of places. So things may still be a little bit skewed on the air travel system. Do you have a little more shower action trying to back in? This will slide by and be out of the picture here in the next couple of hours. Tomorrow, while there is still a rain chance, it's a very limited one. A spot shower or two, most of it will be east and southeast of St. Louis, and we'll stay in the 70s, Kelly.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Tonight, more than 4 million homes and businesses across the southeast are without power. In just a matter of hours, a team of contractors from Ameren will travel to 2 states hit hard by Helene. New tonight, Robert Townsend reports on what the crews will be tasked to do.
On Saturday, 120 line workers from Ameren, Missouri and Illinois will be deployed to Kentucky and West Virginia. Right now, lots of people in both states are left in the dark due to Hurricane Helene.
A few may leave, this evening, and they will caravan down to wherever they've been asked to go.
These are photos of some of the frontline emergency contractors on recent jobs in the St. Louis area. Now they're gearing up to restore electricity to individuals and families hundreds of miles away. People whose lives have been disrupted by the powerful hurricane.
They will find a place to stage all of the trucks, and then they will go meet with someone from that host utility. They will get their orders. They will do a major safety briefing to find out where they're going, what sort of equipment they're going to need.
Methodical, intense missions, all in the name of helping those in need.
Obviously, they love to work safely, but there's nothing like going into a neighborhood that's dark. Maybe it's been dark for 36 hours, 48 hours, and to be the boots on the ground, restore that power is very gratifying. It's a day-by-day situation.
Right now, it's not known how long the local line workers will be on their out-of-state assignments. What is certain is that more could be called up to help out in the coming days. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
We'll, of course, keep you up to date with the latest on Helene's impact on air, online, and on the 5+ streaming app. Developing tonight, a teen is charged for making terrorist threats to multiple area schools. St. Louis County Police say 18-year-old Sean Scott created an Instagram account and posted a picture of 2 guns with captions listing upcoming dates and schools. Police arrested Scott at his home. He told police he knew the post would place thousands of people in fear because he was bored and didn't want to go to school. A St. Louis activist and former state legislator who rose to prominence during the 2014 Ferguson protest is facing forgery and theft charges in Arizona. According to court records, Bruce Franks Jr. was charged last week. Prosecutors say it involves an investigation into unsent mailers the Maricopa County Democratic Party paid before the 2022 election. But the mailers were never sent, despite Franks telling the company's CEO they were. His next court appearance is set for October 21st. At least 7 Missourians have developed symptoms of bird flu after being exposed to the state's first and only confirmed case. The CDC's most recent update said 4 additional healthcare workers were exposed on top of the previously identified 2 workers and 1 household contact. Experts still aren't sure if or how the disease can transfer from human to human. The Missouri Health Department is running tests to confirm those infections. It could be days or weeks before they have the results. New tonight, St. Louis aldermen approve a plan to allow marijuana dispensaries in the city stay open later. It comes as controversy is brewing over one dispensary's request to open up a drive-through. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon takes a closer look.
It's the decision local marijuana shops were waiting for. Friday, the Board of Aldermen approved the proposal to extend dispensary hours until 10 p.m., 7 days a week. Here's what the owner of Luxury Leaf told us back in May when the idea first surfaced.
I have people who come in and say, you know, I really wanted to consume, I wanted to buy it, I had to go to another dispensary because you were not open, because they're able to come to the county.
Alderman Rasheen Aldridge says since recreational marijuana became legal, the city is seeing big bucks.
Currently, we're bringing in $2.4 million. So hopefully, with now extending to 10 p.m., we're bringing in more money, but it also allows the city to be more competitive with St. Louis County that is already open to 10 p.m.
Earlier this year, students and staff from Lift for Life Academy in Soulard protested the opening of a new dispensary across the street. Kind Goods opened up shop where Jimmy John's used to be.
It's here and it is what it is.
Marshall Cohen with the school says he's now fighting the store's request to open up a drive-through.
What if someone is driving up to their drive-through and is inebriated or something and comes out of that drive-through too quick while one of our buses is coming or going, or a parent is picking up the kids and dropping their kids off, and that their exit is directly across the street from our exit.
Zoning officials will soon decide whether to give that request the green light. Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
And we reached out to Kind Goods for comment on this story, but haven't heard back. As for dispensaries extending their hours, it is now up to the mayor to sign off. History told through paint. A look at the new murals unveiled at the St. Charles Courthouse. Today, new murals were unveiled inside the old St. Charles County Courthouse. On the 3rd floor rotunda walls is the story of the county's history. They were painted by artist Zach Smithy, who showcases the county's wilderness days and pioneer times to the Civil War, industrialization, and the modern era. Smithy says he was inspired by the murals inside the state capitol building.
And I remember looking up at all of these murals and this artwork and just thinking, wow, like it feels like a lifetime of skill building what separated me at the time from whoever painted this. And here I am 30 years later capturing history and hopefully maybe expanding on it in the future.
At times, Smithy says he was working up to 20 feet off the ground to get the murals finished. Let's check in again with Scott. And first of all, we're going to talk about how the rain affected so many events across the St. Louis area. Not only was Six Flags closed, but the Billy Joel Sting concert at Busch was postponed until Sunday. So what are we expecting for tomorrow?
I don't think we're ruining any weekend plans this weekend, okay? So there is still a chance we'll get a shower tomorrow, especially east and southeast of St. Louis. Same holds true for Sunday. I mean, Helene was a huge system, right? Tonight we're getting some gusty breezes. You can see from the camera looking back from City Park that occasionally it does a little wiggle and jiggle in that gusty wind. We're seeing wind gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour. What's left of Helene has been absorbed by this big upper level system off to our east, and that's rotating around some more scattered showers. None of this is particularly heavy at this point. Heaviest is over along Interstate 57. And again, it's backing in from the northeast, moving towards the south and southwest. So this is just going to skirt by the Metro East. Not a lot of additional rainfall here over the next hour or two. And then this phase will pass as well. 71 degrees is the current temperature right now, and that actually is our high temperature for the day. That seems like that's odd to me. We're looking at temperatures that are in the 60s as we look across the region for tomorrow morning. We're not going to see those temperatures really move all that much overnight with the gusty breezes across the area. More showers try to back in. Again, we're on the back side of this system, but most of it is east and southeast of St. Louis. So if you have plans tomorrow, maybe you're going to Oktoberfest out in St. Charles. Maybe you're headed to Tower Grove. Maybe you're going out to Evolution Festival over in Forest Park. The ground's a little muddy, but it should be mainly dry through the day. Sunday, we start with a mainly cloudy sky. There still could be a couple of showers that bubble up during the afternoon, but most of Sunday is expected to be on the dry side as well. So Saturday and Sunday, while we can't rule out a scattered shower or two, the chances overall seem fairly low. And as we look at the next 7 days, look how much nicer it is going into next week. 80 on Monday, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we start the month of October here with temperatures that are comfortable and will dry out some as we go into next week. And next weekend looks nothing like what we're seeing this weekend, that's for sure.
I'm looking forward to next week.
Next
I'm
weekend.
sure many people are.
Yeah, and you know, some spots needed a little more rain than they got. Cuba, for instance, only got about a half an inch. They probably could have used the inch or half or so.
Right,
But
yeah.
that's the way it goes.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Scott. Thanks so much for joining us. Now it's time for 5 on Your Sideline with Corey Miller, Annie Krall, and Michaela McGee. Have a great evening.